Think of the Middle Ages, castles, knights, shining armor, and mud, lots of mud. And kings, of course, kings everywhere. But what about the women? Were they really just silent partners in this epic drama? Surely not. Today we're going to unearth some of these forgotten stories. Queens who commanded armies, outwitted their rivals, and shaped the destiny of nations. This is the story of the hidden queens. Our first hidden queen takes us to the heart of Anglo-Saxon England. Picture the scene. The year is 870 AD. The Vikings are running rampant across the British Isles. They've conquered much of the north and east of England, and now they're setting their sights on Mercia. It's a time of chaos, bloodshed, and constant fear. But this is where we find Æthelflæd, Lady of the Mercians. Æthelflæd wasn't just any Saxon princess. She was the daughter of Alfred the Great. Growing up in her father's court, Æthelflæd witnessed the terror inflicted by the Vikings and her father's unwavering resolve. These were the values instilled in Æthelflæd from a young age. When she was married off to Æthelred, the ruler of Mercia, she quickly earned respect, becoming a trusted advisor and key player in the struggle against the Vikings. When Æthelred died in 911 AD, Æthelflæd became the sole ruler of Mercia. She had inherited her father's tactical mind and was about to prove herself every bit the leader he had been. Æthelflæd knew that to defeat the Vikings, she had to attack. She personally led her armies into battle, inspiring them with her courage and tactical brilliance. She fortified towns, built strategic alliances, and campaigned relentlessly against the Vikings. Her most famous victory came in 917 AD at the Battle of Derby. Leading from the front, she crushed the Vikings, securing Mercia's northern border. This victory cemented her reputation as a military genius and a fearsome warrior. Even the Vikings came to fear the name of Æthelflæd, the Lady of the Mercians. But Æthelflæd wasn't just a warrior, she was a builder and a unifier. She understood that to truly defeat the Vikings, she needed to unite the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms. She forged alliances through mutual respect and shared purpose. She died in 918 AD, but her legacy was secured. She had ruled Mercia for 7 glorious years as a true queen in her own right. Her victories and strategic brilliance laid the groundwork for her brother's success. Æthelflæd was more than just Alfred the Great's daughter. She was a legend in her own right, a warrior queen, a hidden queen. Now, let's journey from the rolling hills of England to the scorching sands of the Holy Land. It's the 12th century, and the Crusader states are locked in a desperate struggle for survival. This is where we meet our next hidden queen, Melisende, Queen of Jerusalem. Melisende was the daughter of King Baldwin II, the ruler of Jerusalem. Baldwin saw more in his daughter than just a pawn to be married off for political gain. He recognized her sharp intellect and keen political instincts. He declared Melisende his heir, ensuring that she would rule Jerusalem in her own right. To solidify her position, Baldwin arranged for her to marry Fulk V, Count of Anjou. Melisende would rule alongside Fulk as his equal. Initially, Fulk seemed content to share power with his queen, but as the years passed, Fulk's ambition grew. He began to sideline Melisende, excluding her from important decisions. But Melisende was not about to yield to her husband's machinations. She rallied her supporters, reminding them of her rightful claim to the throne. Slowly, the tide began to turn. The nobles, many of whom had initially sided with Fulk, began to have second thoughts. They saw Melisende's strength and intelligence. Fulk attempted to have Melisende's son, Baldwin III, removed from the line of succession. This backfired spectacularly. The nobles rallied around Melisende, and her son, Melisende, with the support of the nobility and the church, confronted her husband. She offered Fulk a compromise. She would remain queen, ruling alongside her son as co-regent until he came of age. Fulk had no choice but to accept. Melisende proved to be a wise and capable ruler. She oversaw a period of stability and prosperity, strengthening Jerusalem's defenses and fostering trade. She maintained good relations with the neighboring Muslim states. Even when her son, Baldwin III, came of age, Melisende handled the situation with strength and diplomacy. She stepped aside, ceding the throne to Baldwin while retaining a position of influence. Melisende's story is often overshadowed by the exploits of her male counterparts, but she was a queen in her own right, a shrewd politician, and a skilled diplomat. She was a woman who defied expectations and left an indelible mark on history. Chapter 3. Matilda of Tuscany, the Countess who defied an emperor. For our final hidden queen, we travel to the heart of medieval Italy. Here, amidst the rolling hills of Tuscany, we meet Matilda of Tuscany. Matilda was born into a position of immense privilege and power. Her family, the Countess dynasty, controlled vast swaths of land across northern Italy. But Matilda was no pampered princess. She inherited her family's keen intellect and political savvy. It was the height of the investiture controversy, a clash between Pope Gregory VII and Holy Roman Emperor Henry IV. Matilda was a devout woman, a staunch supporter of the papacy. She believed in Gregory's reforms and was willing to put her resources on the line to defend the Pope. Matilda's support for Gregory was unwavering. She opened her coffers to the papacy and used her influence to rally other nobles. Matilda's castles became strongholds of papal resistance. Her fortress at Canossa became the setting for one of the most dramatic events in medieval history. In 1077 AD, Emperor Henry IV journeyed to Canossa to seek Gregory's forgiveness. Matilda, acting as intermediary, played a pivotal role in securing Henry's absolution. She persuaded Gregory to show mercy and extracted from Henry a promise of penance. The image of Henry humbled before the Pope became a potent symbol of the papacy's triumph. But it was Matilda who helped to orchestrate this dramatic event. Matilda was also a formidable military leader. She personally led her armies into battle to defend her lands and her allies. She was a skilled tactician and a courageous warrior. Matilda's reign was not without its challenges. She faced constant threats from imperial forces and rebellious nobles. But she faced each challenge with determination and intelligence. She never married, preferring to rule alone. Matilda of Tuscany died in 1115. Her body laid to rest in St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. She left behind a legacy of unwavering faith, political savvy, and military might. She was a woman who defied expectations and left an indelible mark on medieval Europe. Æthelflæd, Melisende, Matilda. These are just 3 examples of the remarkable women who shaped the course of history during the Middle Ages. They were rulers, warriors, diplomats, and patrons of the arts. They faced down Vikings, outmaneuvered rivals, and defied emperors. For too long, the achievements of women have been overlooked or dismissed. By uncovering these hidden queens, we gain a richer understanding of the past. Women were active participants in the political, religious, and cultural life of their times. Let's keep exploring these hidden stories and celebrate the incredible women who helped to shape our world. Who are some other hidden queens you'd like to learn about? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.